Okay, time for an Arctic update. What's going on up there? I've been away from the studio, moved everything. Everything got disrupted. Thus the vacancy. But no one listens anyway, so who gives a shit? This is what's going on in the 3rd of November 2018. Up in the Arctic, you can see the black line here is just starting to peak above the blue lines, which is the lowest level. It's been very low. It's still not far from the median, the 10 to 15 year median, whatever it is. And the black line's just starting to peak up there. And I kind of predict that because this is good formation of ice in my amateur opinion. And I have no clue what I'm talking about. I'm an amateur who just observes this stuff. What we need to get thick, a lot of ice volume up in the Arctic is red ice around here. And the formation here is pretty good, as in there's a lot of thick ice already. A bit of red ice in amongst here, but this guy, I think because this is yellow, you can see the thickness here. It's down around 3.5 meters all in here, coming into red here. See this little bit here. And because it's all packed in, I think it could turn into a pretty good ice year if the temperatures don't extend too far into the positive anomaly. If you go back, get the date on the screen again, go back a year, 2017, and just have a look at the differences there. 2017, 2018, 17, 18. And 18 actually looks better to me, but though officially I don't think it really is in terms of ice volume. But have a look at the much more thick ice that is in here compared to last year. There's a lot more thin blue ice in here, right into here even. This year it's much greener and yellower than last year. It's a little bit more red ice right into the coast here than this year. But up here, there's more red ice up in here, if you notice, when we go to 218, and the ice around all these Canadian islands here, whatever they call that, is much thicker. See, 217, 218. See, all in here. This is not normally thick ice in here at this time of the year, and it is this year. You can see it's much harder to navigate with an icebreaker around here this time of year than last year, I'd say. A bit of thick ice. Look at this green ice up here. And the other thing that's interesting is the red ice is starting to develop further over to the Russian side. This is Russia over here. And last year that helped considerably, the ice volume level for last year. There was a lot of red ice over here. Typically, you've got to get the red ice over here to get ice volume. But last year, it was actually saved by the red ice over here. And have a look at between 2018 and 2017. It's actually thicker this year in there already than last year. And that turned this red ice here, ended up coming down in here and turning into quite a thick ice volume last year. But it's much better this year than last year. Again, that's last year. And have a look, keep your eye on this bit of the screen. This year. Last year, this year. So, all in all, not too bad really. You look back from just 30 days, that was 30 days ago, and 2 months ago. Go through back today, a month ago, 2 months ago. So a month ago you can see the red ice in here forming, and there's more red ice, but not as much as I thought it might grow. See, it's actually kind of disappeared a little bit in a few areas there. And remember, this is all modelling. So see here, it was very thick in there, and it's not so red in there anymore. It's actually kind of gone backwards a little bit. More red ice along here, but certainly more green ice all in there. A month ago, now, so you see in the month of October, it starts to hit the Siberian coast there. So I think it's interesting. Wait and watch. And remember, at this time of year, anything is never too far from the median. It's in that standard deviation, the grey fuzzy zone there. Everything's pretty normal. Nothing really to be that alarmed about. The ice is still there. What else is there? I think that's about it. Going from that's last year. Have a look at it's 2016. See, there's more red ice here, but a lot more thin ice all through here. So even though there's less red ice in here this year than there was in even 2016, which was a pretty poor year for ice, 2017 and 2018, I'm still predicting, well, if it keeps up these cold temperatures here, look how cold it is now, that ice is going to, because of that thickish green expanse in there with not much light blue in there, I give an amateur tip, I reckon it could get to start to tick up. You see the uptick of ice volumes, and are we seeing that right now? Why is that doing that? You see there, it's just starting to go up there. But temperatures have been warmer above. There's been a positive anomaly there ever since, well, the last 50 days. Autumn, fall has been a little bit warmer on the surface temperatures up in the Arctic.